Renzo Gang. This one right here is part 8, Mortal Kombat lore. Part 8. We almost there, Renzo Gang. This, like I told y'all, this is a long one. So we're gonna continue watching this, and it might be a couple more. I might get to a part 10. We you know what? Let's just dive on into it, Renzo Gang, because this is a long one. I hope you guys have had an amazing day today. I appreciate you guys for supporting me. I love you guys. Thank y'all so much for watching my content, taking time out just to enjoy my content that I'm putting out here for you. Thank y'all. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. I really do. Thank y'all so much. Let's dive on into it. Part 8. Let's get it.
Communicates to all of the evil bad guys about this team up, which somehow attracts the attention of Johnny Cage of all people. Yeah, in the Armageddon bios, Johnny somehow received visions of Shinnok's multiple communication attempts and finds out that he's going to Shang Tsung's island. He shows up and spies on Shinnok, explaining everything about the pyramid and Blaze, telling his big evil plan to a resurrected Quan Chi. Johnny catches Shinnok off guard, successfully defeats the guy, forcing the Elder God to retreat. Or perhaps this was all a ruse, and Shinnok is the one responsible for Johnny's visions. Who's to say? The point is, Johnny tells all of his friends what's going on, and they all agree to team up and meet the bad guys in the canyons of Edenia. Now, Shinnok planned on trapping Taven in Earthrealm by ordering Quan Chi to murder his protector Orin, thereby eliminating the demigod's method of transportation. But, because Taven cleared out the tower too quickly, he's just in time to see the sorcerer do the deed.
I still can't
his
believe
portal is still
that
active,
Taven and Dagon
so our hero proceeds through, ending up in Shao Kahn's fortress.
I can't believe
the forces of light also seek to acquire this power. You cannot defeat them alone. Only if we join forces does one of us have a chance of winning the prize.
But which one of us? If Onaga is the victor, he could use that power to overthrow you.
I'll take that chance. To war!
And as the forces of darkness march to the final battle, Taven gets interrupted by an unexpected enemy.
Do not go through that portal.
Raiden, you look different. We must not stand idly by. We must stop this.
No, Taven. I have struck a deal with the Emperor. Shao Kahn will honor Earthrealm's independence when his forces have won.
What are you saying? Why would that lunatic spare Earthrealm?
Because in return, I will prevent you from completing your quest.
By the way, this is the start of what I call the dumbass Raiden arc, because boy oh boy does this guy make some bonehead decisions going forward. Taven defeats Raiden and enters the portal, finding himself in the presence of Scorpion. And Hanzo, well, let's just say he is once again super angry.
I seek revenge.
Revenge against me?
Against the Elder Gods. They betrayed me. As reward for doing their bidding, they promised to resurrect my clan. They are no longer dead. They are the undead.
Good lord, the Elder Gods suck ass. So yeah, Scorpion's been driven into pure fuck the universe mode because his family are mindless zombies. What a note for him to go out on in this timeline. Taven successfully defeats Scorpion, which prompts not only Dagon to appear, but Blaze as well. The elemental transports them to the rim of the crater where the final battle is about to begin.
This time, my victory is assured.
The only thing that is assured is that you will pay for killing mother and father.
I had to. Lord Shinnok warned me that they had decided to assist you.
You killed them over the prize?
With the very weapons Father gave us to use against Blaze. And now I will use them to destroy you. Fight!
It's an emotional battle between the two brothers, but Taven comes out on top. Now only he can defeat Blaze. Theoretically.
But you must not let anyone else come back.
Then allow me to win, and we'll put an end to this.
No, Taven. I must act according to my creator's design.
Wow! What a brilliant system you guys came up with! Because at this point, the forces of light and the forces of darkness meet up in the crater, and they just completely go to war. It's also the greatest opening to any Mortal Kombat ever.
I ain't gonna lie, better than some of them Tekken openings. I ain't gonna lie.
Also,
Tekken 5
some of you
probably
may
the
be
best
asking,
openings.
wait, why is Shinnok there? Won't he get destroyed if Dagon won the prize? You're right. But as we find out in Shinnok's non-canon ending, he actually sent a doppelganger in his stead. That's some 4D chess right there, I gotta say. But anyway, eventually, as everyone is killing each other, a gigantic pyramid rises from out of the ground. At the top sits Blaze, who under Delia's advanced sorcery has transformed into a hulked-out super freak.
Now face me in Mortal Kombat!
Yeah, but Blaze, now Taven has to run a super long distance to reach the pyramid, and everybody else is already at the fucking thing!
Yeah.
And there are so many combatants and the fight is so intense that people are struggling to even climb this damn thing without killing one another. Bo Raicho's puking on everybody, they're climbing on each other's back, even the bad guys give up the pretense and just start going after each other. It's a battle royale.
Liu Kang.
At last, it has come to this final battle. Armageddon has begun.
So, who won Armageddon? Well, before anything, it's a bloodbath.
Yeah, it was a bloodbath. Like, for real.
Shinnok's doppelganger killed Kung Lao, Sub-Zero killed Scorpion, Johnny Cage got his head ripped off by Goro, I assume. Nobody survives this battle.
This
all
was
of
Mortal
the good
Kombat,
guys, all of the bad guys,
2011.
they all kill each other. This battle only has 2 survivors. What I do know is that after Liu Kang killed Shang Tsung with his hooks, Raiden came up to the champion next and took him out. This is extra confirmed in Mortal Kombat 11. Taven, he certainly gave it everything he got. He made it right to where Blaze was, and then...
So that's what happened to Taven.
Shao Kahn made it to the top. He reached the fire elemental before
that's what
anyone
happened to
else.
Taven.
And you know, as powerful as Blaze is, he's still dealing with Shao Kahn the Conqueror.
So Shao Kahn won Mortal Kombat Armageddon. I've always wondered what happened to Taven. Now I know.
Blaze's power flows into the Emperor, making an already dangerous man that much worse. His strength is increased tenfold, essentially turning him into a god. Shao Kahn is now unstoppable. Raiden, the only other person left alive, can only look in horror as he realizes what a terrible mistake he's made.
My
Duh.
spreads. It is the end of all things. Armageddon. Stop!
Shao Kahn eventually kills Raiden and then goes on to merge every single realm with Outworld. The universe enters an endless age of darkness, one where Shao Kahn eventually goes insane. Because apparently, when you have nothing left to conquer, that's just gonna happen. What an ending to the original timeline of
What you
Mortal
thought was gonna happen
Kombat.
to Shao Kahn?
But wait, I left a detail out. As Shao Kahn was throwing Raiden around like a rag doll, the Thunder God's medallion ended up breaking into pieces. The Earthrealm Protector clutches its fragments, invoking a special incantation. One that will
That's
send a
when the Mortal
message
Kombat 2011
to
comes.
himself.
He must win.
He must win.
So now, folks, we've arrived at the second timeline. We've arrived at Mortal Kombat, which was released in 2011. Most people just refer to it as Mortal Kombat 9. Now, if you've been counting along, you might be a bit confused. Wasn't Armageddon the 7th game in the series? Yes, it was. But in between, NetherRealm did develop a special crossover game in the form of Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. This had our favorite combatants crossing fists with Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and all the other super-powered individuals. It's supposed to take place between MK3 and MK4, but it's very non-canon. I mean, the game ends with Shao Kahn being stuck in the DC universe and then getting locked away into the Phantom Zone.
Oh yeah, Dark Kahn, that's right.
Also, for some reason, the bios say that Shao Kahn and Raiden are brothers. What? Did someone do their homework with the movies?
Shao Kahn is my brother.
Well, either way, I'm skipping this entry. The video's way too long as it is. So Mortal Kombat 9 is what we like to call a soft reboot. Yes, it is resetting everything about the story, taking it back to basics, and starting all over. However, it is still in continuity with everything that came before. When Armageddon Raiden talked into his broken medallion, this message was sent all the way back to the original game's tournament, received by the past version of himself. MK9 is essentially a retelling of the first 3 games, but now the Thunder God is aware of everything that's going to happen. For example, before Scorpion battles Sub-Zero, Raiden has a flash that informs him of the outcome and how Bi-Han will transform into Noob Saibot.
Defeat Sub-Zero if you must, but do not kill him. I fear his death will give rise to a more treacherous foe.
I will have my revenge.
Spare Sub-Zero's life, and I will request that the Elder Gods return the Shirai Ryu to the realm of mortals.
Raiden? The Elder Gods made that promise last time, and they made them friggin' zombies. Regardless, Scorpion does try to resist killing Bi-Han, but Quan Chi only stokes his anger more with a false mirage showing Sub-Zero doing the deed. Scorpion still kills the guy.
An unfortunate end. He once defended Earthrealm from the Netherrealm armies of Shinnok and Quan Chi.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite thing too. Mythologies is still canon to 9, 10, and 11. The characters still reference that old adventure game from 1997. Anywho, Raiden's a little confused because the only direction his future self gave was the phrase, "He must win." Which, I mean, really? You never thought to just say the name of who must win? God, you're dumb. But in the original game's case, Raiden just assumes that Liu Kang must defeat Shang Tsung and everything will be fine. The champion does just that, but no dice.
I do not understand why my amulet is further damaged. He must win. If not Liu Kang, then who?
You got me.
At that point, Shang Tsung makes his appearance and the plot of Mortal Kombat 2 begins anew. This time, however, Raiden gets a vision of Sonya being locked in chains and assumes that she's going to be killed by the bad guys if they don't intervene. So, taking Johnny and Jax, they proceed to enter the dungeons and save her life.
That's weird. I've got 2 sets of readings, heavy tech signals, both of them.
We need to confront the source of each signal.
This leads to the group splitting up, with Raiden and Johnny finding Smoke in the process of being abducted by the Lin Kuei cyber soldiers. The Thunder God saves Tomas, and in the process completely alters his destiny of becoming a robotic slave. Jax and Sonya, on the other hand, track their signal to find Kuai Liang, as well as the Red Ninja Ermac. Oh my god! Yeah, Ermac blows up Jax's arms, which definitely did not happen before. Again, in the original games, his metal arms were bionic implants. Later, Kuai Liang challenges Scorpion to a fight to avenge his brother. But because Smoke was taken, the Lin Kuei is still hanging around, and they decide to capture Sub-Zero and cyberize him.
Sub-Zero? No! You cannot save him. Stay here, or they will take you as well.
What? Raiden, what are you doing? The Lin Kuei take off with Sub-Zero, and they successfully roboticize the guy. Good lord. Eventually, the finals of the tournament arrive, but since Liu Kang didn't prevent Armageddon, Raiden turns to another.
Perhaps you are meant to be the victor.
No Earthrealm born can stop this deadly alliance.
But for as prideful as Kung Lao is, this is the moment he's been waiting for. Finally, he's going to prove why he's worthy of sharing his ancestor's name. The Shaolin defeats both Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, and Kintaro. He can't help but boast towards the disapproving crowd.
See, Raiden? Earthrealm is free.
Poor Kung Lao.
Kung Lao is murdered by Shao Kahn, forcing a super pissed off Liu Kang to avenge his friend. Like before, the Shaolin defeats the Emperor, but at what cost?
Kung Lao's death is my fault. I encouraged him. Our triumph was not meant to be
Raiden made me
achieved
mad in
this
this
way.
game.
It cannot be. Shao Kahn is dead.
But of course we know that he definitely isn't. And thus, Sindel is resurrected to kick off the plot of Mortal Kombat 3. And you remember how that began, right? Outworld forces invade the city, the extermination squads hunt for Liu Kang, and they end up finding Johnny Cage. The Hollywood actor was killed here. Well, this time Raiden has a vision of it happening, so he makes his move.
Johnny Cage fighting a giant monster? What is this, Time Smashers?
Raiden takes out Motaro and saves Johnny Cage's life. Finally, a good outcome. Oh no, you don't understand. This is the single biggest mistake Raiden makes throughout all of Mortal Kombat 9. Before we get to that though, at some point Cabal ends up crossing paths with the cyberized Sub-Zero and successfully defeats him in a fight. That's when Raiden and Smoke appear and they proceed to save and reprogram the Cryomancer. Since the bad guys don't realize that Sub-Zero is good again, he infiltrates them in order to find out what they're up to. And that's when he stumbles upon them sacrificing soldiers to create the giant Death Soulnado that will kill everyone. It's also here that Kuai Liang learns the fate of his brother much earlier than before.
Beyond? Yes, Kuai Liang. It is I, Quan Chi, restored me.
We are flawed copies of our former selves.
I have no flaws.
The Soulnado starts up, so Nightwolf tells Sub-Zero to make a run for it. Then he proceeds to battle Noob Saibot, uppercutting the motherfucker into the whirlwind of death. Surprisingly, this magic doesn't like it when revenants get involved. The Soulnado actually dissipates.
Earthrealm souls are safe.
No.
Oh, is it not enough? I must speak with the Elder Gods. Shao Kahn's violation must be punished.
But the battle is joined here, in Earthrealm.
Nightwolf, you will lead until we return.
As you wish, Hyoka.
Now we must return to the subject of Motaro's death. Because Shao Kahn just lost the leader of his extermination squads, and now he needs to be replaced.
I will go to Earthrealm to finish Motaro's work.
Shang Tsung.
Yes, Emperor.
The Empress requires something of you.
So the Conqueror proceeds to suck all of the souls out of his sorcerer, thereby killing Shang Tsung. And then he transfers all of them to Sindel, increasing her power far beyond what it was originally. Armed with Lin Kuei robots, the Queen busts into the church that the forces of light are hiding in and proceeds to just annihilate them. And I don't mean figuratively. Cabal, dead. Stryker, dead. Jax, dead. Smoke, dead. I'm not kidding. Sindel is playing like she's controlled by Sonic Fox, and she just kills everybody. Nightwolf, seeing how unbelievably strong she is, sacrifices himself with his own light power, killing both Sindel and himself at the same time. Only Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade survive this encounter.
Katana!
I wish we had
wiped
met
them out.
under different
She wiped them all out.
circumstances.
They are dead.
I climbed to heaven. Now I must plunge into the depths. I will go to Quan Chi, ally our realm with his against the forces of Outworld.
What? I had prayed it not true. But you have gone mad, Raiden.
And indeed, Raiden does ask for Quan Chi's help.
Earthrealm's defenses are overwhelmed. You have mere hours.
Name your terms.
What do you offer?
I offer the souls of Earthrealm warriors who die in this conflict.
Raiden! What the fuck is wrong with you?
Seriously.
He's just an absolutely careless, dumb individual in this game, I swear. But Quan Chi has no intention of helping. He's already laid claim to numerous warriors who have died, including the forces of light. Just like Noob Saibot, Katana, Sub-Zero, Sindel, Nightwolf, Stryker, Kung Lao, everybody who died is now a revenant slave of Quan Chi's. The absolute worst-case scenario for everyone involved. God, Raiden, you really fucked up.
The Elder Gods are toothless.
No, you really did.
Your world is near destruction. yet they do not act.
They must! Only through Mortal Kombat may Shao Kahn merge the realms, lest he face the judgment of the Elder Gods. Lest he face...
All right, Renzo gang, we're gonna stop it right here. Now, this video is almost done, y'all. This is part 8. We'll get to part 9. That probably will be the final one. We don't have that much long left. So with that being said, Renzo gang, make sure you post them comments down below. Make sure you like and share and subscribe. Because y'all love me. And I love y'all. And I thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Father God, for y'all. I love y'all. I will see y'all next time. You feel me?